Hi, my name is Sterling Carl Tucker. I'm the God, the glorious, gorgeous, genius guru, the individual that's on a mission to make EGOT Technology Corporation, starting with CPS, collision prevention systems, and this our Lord and Savior Jesus Save Christ. And I just want to make my Doge daily details, and I hope that people understand when I say that at the beginning. That's humor, like, and it's, anyway, it's very odd and frustrating, frankly, living in a place where you can't joke around or use humor or anything like. And anyway, it's insane how. For example, I heard, and I guarantee it's true, that in the terrorist camp called the United Kingdom or somewhere like that, I don't know where it was. It was on Elon's page. Anyway, that they are arresting people because they found their Facebook. They felt threatened by their Facebook. Kind of a retard could feel threatened from a screen. It's absurd, the lack of mental capacity that is virtually omnipresent in the species. Here's another example. I just learned this out today the hard way. What we call insurance is not insurance, okay? I got T-boned by a lady at like 50 miles an hour where she shouldn't have even been driving. I got hit. I didn't hit someone. I was hit. Anyway, and my insurance is like, well, we're going to take your car and we'll pay off some of the loan, but you have to pay off the rest of the loan and you get no car. And I was like, fucking insurance is supposed to repair my car if it gets damaged. Not goddamn take my car and leave me with nothing. Anyway, it baffles me. I'm interested to see how it plays out. How on earth, here's what's really sad about it, is how many American families have had their lives destroyed that way. Okay, there is a percentage of the population, and unfortunately a pretty large percentage, that lives paycheck to paycheck. If they have to pay $1,000 in order to drive their car, an extra $1,000 that month, they don't have it. Tons of people. And so how many people are participating in this scam called insurance where we're getting charged $200 a month? You know, that's like what a car payment is. Or like if you go, like I've heard that you could get Model 3s for like $239 a month. And so anyway, blows my mind that there could be that much money flowing into an industry, and yet the very purpose why insurance was designed and mandated was so that when a collision occurs, it doesn't destroy someone's life and a family. And yet, that is completely not the case. This is one other thing that's so baffling to me. Because, like, no one's more everything, like, blind love, so to say, towards Elon and his companies. But I'm insured through Tesla. And this is the first experience I've had. And, I'm interested to see how it plays out. But it is what they said in the end of their vehicle. They're like, no, we do not pay private party value, wholesale value, retail value, MSRP. And I was like, so they base their amount that they're going to pay for us for our car on Tinkerbell's, who knows? Like, it's not, the amount that you get is not based on what that car costs or what you could sell it for, aka what it costs. Anyway, and they're like, we're going to base our payouts on Tinkerbell. They don't say what they base it on, which means Tinkerbell. You can guarantee. It's actually some algorithm designed to gouge people. Because when massive corruption always emerges within any system, especially when there's easy money or goods to take. People do it. the insurance industry is virtually a scam. It will absolutely, if you're a poor family living paycheck to paycheck, there's no point in having insurance, because when you can't pay the deductible and you don't get the amount that the vehicle costs, so you can't pay off the old loan, and not to mention having to pay off that old loan. I mean, it qualifying for buying a car while you already have a car loan, you have to pay off that other car loan first, and then it has to reflect on your credit score, and by that time the person's lost their fucking job, because in this land, for some reason, people want people to go into a building so that what? People go postal? You know, what are people going into? Like, what the fuck would we build another building for when we can work from our bed? You know, I mean, what work cannot be done from your, I mean, unless you're a mechanic or something like that. But most of the people in the world have what are called desk jobs, aka bullshit cardboard box. That's basically what it equates to. And I'm sorry to say that. It just really frustrates me having such virtually omnipresent economic depression across the world, but in our country, Canada, huge. It's happened around the whole world. They just slaughtered currency. It's like, imagine. Anyway, I don't need to go into a lesson of economics, but I was going to say, imagine if I had $1 that you trade for 1 pound of gold. Well, and then you say, I'm not trading it for gold anymore, and they just print a whole bunch of them. That's what happened. But anyway, we're going to absolutely fix it. I mean, we're going to be a precious I believe it's called precious metals, backed currency. The US dollar will be, for sure, with automated mining technology. That's my obsession. And eventually, I mean, I would imagine that humans are smart enough to not try to attack me. I'm not the right animal to try to attack. I've got a lot of friends all over. My brother is a sergeant of a state trooper. Wrong person to try, I'm the wrong person for someone to try to break the law with or through. Right? That's going to turn out, hey, look at this, my shirt and this blend almost. That's amazing. That's awesome. And this is like my signature right here. 1, 3, 13. That's the everything with the Illuminati, the foundation of our country. Built in with the 13. Because that's base 13 is a complete numerical system, and I won't go into a lesson of mathematics, but it is the most mind-boggling thing. It will forever bother me if I allow myself to think about it much. How on earth I was the first conscious person, if other people are conscious, that noticed that the numerical system was incomplete. Hence the irrational or never-ending infinite numbers on finite sums, such as the area of a circle. Our numerical system will only return a never-ending number. When we can see it's not never-ending space there, it's finite, and that anomaly is, well, it's not an anomaly, but that fact is fixed by altering the numerical system to have 12 plus a 0 is a holding place, and then it can divide into thirds equally. Yeah, and it's just really important because, especially in space-time, I mean, because ultimately, I mean, as far as we know, it stands to conscious reason that, I'm excited to start a religion, but anyway, that we built where we're at, right? And that our maker is, always alive. Like humans are the ones that are supposedly being recreated over and over again. It says it in the Bible, and it's the base fundamental fact of the delusion of the Big Bang and random mutation. The random mutation part, the Big Bang, sure, right? I understand that. But the random mutation part, I'm like, what the fuck? How could anything conscious think that you could have the most advanced, elaborate, perfectly programmed electronic that has ever been observed a result of mutation, aka random shit? That's what mutation means. It means random scrambling of code. That's what cancer is. It's a mutation of the DNA. Anyway, don't want to go into a biology lesson either. Although I absolutely love, and it's so important that people understand, and that we make America healthy again, but that people understand health. What makes people fat and unhealthy is not what they're eating, it's what they're not eating. They're not getting any fat. They're not getting any medium chain triglycerides. They're not getting omega 3, 6, and 9 in the correct ratios. They're not getting any of those things. They don't exist in our food, which is so mind-boggling, because science has thoroughly established the fact that the human brain and body require them for optimal function. And yet, I'm the first one to make a drink, a single product, that has every nutrient that the human brain and body requires and also benefits from, which are basically the same in my opinion. The purpose of everything in existence is to enjoy it and improve and sustain it. And in order for that to be done, people have to be able to have a control mechanism for the way they feel. Because we're on planet Earth with mentally retarded bullshit that, you know, like people trying to steal from people. They don't try, they do steal. It just blows my mind that people fail to understand that you like this. Jesus, my boss. It blows my mind that people fail to understand the fact of what happens if you steal from a human, especially my car. That's not smart. Like, what makes something think that I'm not going to, I've got a federal court for it. But anyway, that's millions of dollars. Like, what kind of retards are going to try? Anyway, I accidentally wrote them to, pretty rude today, telling them to put my car back in my driveway and I'll fix it myself. I'm done with this insurance scam bullshit. Anyway, and I feel bad for them. Maybe it won't end up that way. Who knows? Maybe they'll repair my vehicle or open a way for me to be able to get a replacement. But when my credit score drops because I've got an existing title or car loan. Anyway, I don't need to go into any of all that right now, or at all. Just focus on the next step, collision prevention systems. Please take a step towards it, which is just post egod.tech and be like, oh my god, this guy's so genius, check it out. Because the only way that will spread or become reality is if you do it. So please do it. Spread the gospel at egod. Love you, Doge fan.